Joining us now in studio, the endorsed Republican candidate to unseat Al Franken, Mike McFadden. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Ben. Great to be on your show again.
It is the best show you could be on.
It is the best show you can be on. I absolutely agree.
Speaking of traffic, you're driving around a lot.
Yeah.
I am driving around. We got the truck. We've put almost 5,000 miles on it since July 1st. We started an 87-county tour of our great state. You know what? It's big.
Yes, it is.
It's a large state.
And a lot of it is north of us and west of us.
It is a big state.
I keep looking at the map and going, it's a long way to Duluth. And then there's like a whole third of the state north of Duluth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But we have a great state. We have a phenomenal state. We're 65 counties into it. So we've.
Well, welcome to Hennepin.
Yeah, well, it's nice. This is our Hennepin County stop, I guess.
There we go.
I'm just always curious about if you do the 87 county stop, what do you say to the 87th county?
Finally.
Last but not least, situation.
I love you, man. That's what we're going to say. We got big plans for our 87th county. I'm not going to let it out of the wraps, but it's going to be an exciting stop. And
make it special somehow.
No, it is. And there's an observation, couple observations. We got a great state. We have great people. Minnesotans work hard. They really, really work hard. And they know that we're on the wrong path. I mean, almost across party lines. And, if you go up, I'm walking into little cafes in, towns all around the state. It could be Madison, Minnesota, and just asking people, what's on your mind? What can we do better? And almost universally, it relates to the economy. And they want to, this economy's not working for them. As you guys know, we've gone absolutely sideways ever since Al Franken took office. This economy's not growing at all, and every expense is going up. Wages aren't going up, but every expense is going up. So people feel like we're either falling behind or we're running a lot faster to stay in place. And then they can't. They don't like Obamacare.
Yeah. Well, a question for you: you can't really blame it all on Al Franken because Barack Obama has been the president. No, Al Franken has voted with Barack Obama every single time.
Right. Well, no, Jack. He took that courageous vote to disagree with the president on his appointment to Norway.
Okay,
but other than that,
record straight.
Other than that, they've been lockstep. Is the are you hearing from people, because polling says across the country the president's popularity is down?
It's not just down; it's abysmal.
It's abysmal, especially in battleground states. Are you hearing that, and are people tying their dislike of the president to Al Franken, and Al Franken supporting everything the president does?
Yes. I mean, it's amazing the number of people that have come up to me, and I'm saying I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and they're saying we got to defeat President Obama. And I said, well, he's not up for election in 2014, but the first thing we can do is defeat Senator Franken, and Senator Franken has voted with the president since he's been a senator. So this isn't just in the last year. 97% of the time. I mean, I don't know anybody in Minnesota that agrees with another person 97% of the time.
Yeah.
Have you met that person, Ben?
I have yet to meet my wife.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer.
So, Mike McFadden, your campaign seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular?
Oh, I don't know if I'm so popular, but what I do know is we have a lot of momentum. I work hard. The campaign works hard. We're working our tail off, and I always say work hard, work smart. I know we're working as hard as we can, and every day we're just trying to get smarter. What I love doing is being out with people. I love Minnesotans. I love going out on the campaign trail and just listening. And then, I have a vision for this country and for this state, and it's to get back onto the road of growth and prosperity. And
how do we do that?
Well, it's real simple. If we look at tax reform, regulation, and energy, those three things, we will take off like a rocket.
Well, we're already doing pretty well energy-wise. It doesn't seem like we're taking advantage of that boom.
Yeah, no, we're not
producing more energy now. We're exporting it. We're becoming energy independent. But it's only seeming to be helping North Dakota.
No. Here we're just scratching the surface, Ben, and what we can be doing. What because of innovation, because of American innovation, we have the opportunity to be energy independent and an energy superpower. We've known how to frack for 75, 80 years. Mm-hmm. It's only in the last 5, 6 years that we've learned how to do it horizontally. And that's allowed us to tap energy resources that will make us an energy superpower if we're allowed to do it in a prudent way. And we have a huge issue with our energy supply chain. Senator Franken has been an enemy of energy unless it's been a renewable.
Right. Well, we just heard this morning that he wants to make sure that corn stays in your fuel tanks.
And I'm a fan of all forms of energy, non-renewable, renewable. I don't, up, down, left, right. I want more energy. And you look at, so I'm traveling around the state. My dad was a dairy farmer. My Uncle John, who's 84, still farms a farm. Two of my cousins farm. And so I've spent a lot of time, we've gone through 65 counties, and a lot of them have been rural counties where the farming community, the farm agricultural industry is tops. And, let me just relate the energy to farmers for a second. There was a propane shortage last year. There's going to be a propane shortage this year. Mm-hmm. Farmers need propane to dry their crops. The reason, Al Franken's solution to a propane shortage is to say, let's subsidize it. No, Senator Franken, with all due respect, you caused it. You caused it. Propane is just natural gas and crude.
Right.
We have ample supply of that. It's a supply chain. We can't get it from the market to the consumers. Mm-hmm. And so, the safest way to transport is pipelines. And we're not
seem to be not building those.
We're not building them. Yeah. We're not building them. Everyone talks about the Keystone Pipeline, but there's pipeline after pipeline. And think about it.
There's a couple of them that they want to run through Minnesota.
They do. And what they just did is there was a pipeline that was used for propane that got repurposed to crude, just because the energy companies can make more money flowing crude through there.
Sure. Okay.
So this causes a shortage. Then the way that they transport it is through rail cars, which is not as safe. But the other thing it does for farmers is now not only are they getting the energy, getting the propane, but when they actually have to take their crops to market, there's a rail car shortage. I mean, there's a huge rail car shortage.
Every decision that's made affects some other decision. This is what I complain about all the time is that a lot of our politicians try to say here's the popular thing we should do, but never see the unintended consequences of those decisions.
Well, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say you're absolutely right, and we're sitting here. It's at our fingertips. This energy revolution, this energy renaissance, and if we allow it to happen, a quarter of the natural gas that's being brought to the ground in North Dakota right now is being flared off because we don't have supply.
What a waste. What a waste.
I just read that they just burn it off.
No, it's crazy. And so if we take advantage of these resources, you know what it does for Minnesotans? It does three things. It allows me to put more money in their pockets because I can lower heating bills. Think about heating bills last winter, how high those were. Lower gas.
And winter comes around every year.
Yeah,
you can plan for it.
It's very predictable, very predictable. And the second thing is you lower gasoline prices. We've had over 1,000 days now where gas has been above $3. It doesn't need to be that way. It's ridiculous.
How do you do that one? Because that's the politicians bring that up all the time.
Well, it's supply. It's supply chain. I mean, it's getting the natural resources to the market, and then we need more refineries in this country. I mean, it's.
So because we have a lack of refineries, the price has stayed artificial.
Yeah, the solution is simple. We just need to address it. And then the third thing, and maybe the most important thing, is with low-cost energy, we become a manufacturing superpower again. We can create manufacturing jobs, which are high-paying, good jobs. Imagine that we start insourcing jobs to this country, manufacturing jobs, as opposed to outsourcing. I mean, that's what we can do with energy.
There's going to be people that go, is insourcing a word? Yeah, it is. You just haven't heard it.
It's a good word.
Here's things that frustrate me. We're losing, would you say, a quarter of the natural gas, just burning it off?
Yes.
Where are the
North Dakota.
Where are the environmentalists on that? Why aren't they helping us?
They should want to build a system to capture that so that we're not burning it off.
Instead of it being wasted. With cheap energy comes manufacturing jobs. Where are the unions on that? Why aren't they helping us?
Right.
There are benefits to everybody on this.
And to your point,
not
Ben,
just
about
business owners.
How politicians will say something because it's popular without thinking down the road at all. Governor Dayton last week said that he wants to get Minnesota off of coal. That makes his radical environmentalist donors happy. But after that point, let's say that happens, then what?
Let's take coal. Let's go back to farmers again. You know how important low-cost, dependable supply of electricity is to farmers? You take away coal, you know what that's going to do to the price of electricity?
it's going to go ridiculous.
They don't think about the implications on the Minnesota people, and
intentions.
we're the Republican Party. We're for the people. We will help people. We will create jobs. We'll increase wages. We're the ones that will fight for things. I always like to say there's this huge wedge right now: farmers and miners versus environmentalists.
Yes,
it's a strange bill. It's you've got
the D, the F, and the L are falling apart.
Right. The D wants...
It's not the DFL anymore, Democratic Farmer Labor, but I've been saying it's the Democratic Public Union Environmentalist Party, and if you let me switch the letters around, it stands for DUPE.
Oh, there we go.
You like that?
I was worrying how you were going to make the anagram work.
Well, that's, especially if you look at a great example of this is the mining up in northern Minnesota. The DFL, as a party, won't take a position on it. Their politicians are wishy-washy, leaning against. And this is an issue where Republicans are on the side of labor, are on the side of people. And I wish they would understand that and get on board.
And I've been meeting with all people. All our citizens, and I love it. And everyone's dealing with the same things. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I had the good fortune of meeting with the tribal leaders from the Prairie Island Native American tribe. Okay. And they're upset about regulation. They're overregulated. The EPA is overregulating. They're sitting right across the street from the nuclear plant down there. Yep. They are pro-nuclear power.
Sure.
But they want the nuclear waste shipped to Yucca Mountain, which was promised to them, and is not allowed to happen because of Harry Reid. But they also, I was asking them about Obamacare. They go, oh, my gosh, let me tell you about the Obamacare. It's going to cost us $1.5 million more over the next 3 years. And they said it's just we're ending up with being penalized for the plan that we have in place, and it's not fair and it's not right. I mean, this kind of theme of I don't like Obamacare, we're overregulated, the tax code doesn't work, we need lower energy prices. It affects every Minnesotan.
Absolutely. All right. Mike McFadden, Republican candidate for U.S. Senate. Good luck on the rest of your tour of our 87 counties.
Yeah, drive safely. Avoid the 35W's 36 interchange right now.
Yeah, we're going to miss that.
Okay.
And your website is MikeMcFadden.com. I encourage people, if they like what you heard, to check that out or get involved or donate wherever you want to do. That's the website.